Hi guys, I want to share some things with you, and I have to call this because of Scentsy. This is what this video is all about, is because of Scentsy. Income disclosure will go down below. I want to show you guys, this is the first catalog that I received before I joined Scentsy. And on the back of it, my sponsor wrote in her name. She and her husband worked the business together. It was written on the back of this catalog. She was so excited when she gave this catalog to me. She didn't even have labels. She's my hairstylist, and she's also a friend for many, many years. So as I was sitting in the chair, she said, "Oh, I'm just so excited. I need to share this with you. I want to share this opportunity with you because you will do well with this." I took the catalog from her. I didn't even open it because I didn't even want to think about selling anything. I didn't even open it. So weeks passed. This was probably around November of 2009. Weeks passed, and she said, "What are you gonna do? Have you thought about it?" She's following up. And she said, "Well, if you're not going to do it, can I have my catalog back?" She asked for this back. I'm like, who asked for a catalog back? But she did. So it made me look in it. Once she said, "Can I have it back?" I decided to flip the pages and see what was on the inside of it. I never looked at it because I had already told myself what I wasn't going to do. So I never opened it. Then another friend gave me a warmer before I joined Scentsy. It's sitting on my kitchen counter now. I was so intrigued because I love scents. I put the beach bar in there because she gave me beach. That was the wax. I was able to smell it in my kitchen, my family room, my dining room. Like, oh my goodness, this is it. I'm going to go and sign up just to be a customer if I don't do anything else. I mean, because again, I wasn't trying to work this business like that. All right. So one thing about it, when you really, really have a great experience with something, you want to go tell everybody about it. Let's go tell everybody. And that's pretty much what I did. I went and told everybody. So all those people who are telling that to, not all of them, but a lot of them, whenever I tell them about my experience, they said, "Oh, what is that? Let me take a look at it." And they bought. So within 30 days, I sold $3,000 in products, all because of my excitement, all because I told people about my own personal experience. I didn't even know what I was doing. So later, I was told by my upline, like, "Look, where do you see yourself in the future with Scentsy?" She said, "Do you see yourself being a director someday?" I said, "What in the world's a director?" And she said, "You need to get people to join your team." Like, how do I do that? Because I didn't know how to do that. All I knew was to go out there and tell people about how amazing the products were, and then they would buy on their own automatically. That's how I did this. I didn't know anything about asking people to join. I didn't even know how much I was going to get paid when I joined Scentsy. I didn't even know the pay date. I didn't even know anything about shooting stars, sensational start levels. I didn't know anything about any of that, but I hit them. I reached them and didn't even know I was reaching them. It's so crazy like that. It's just, it was just a natural progression. So in 90 days, I promoted to director. Now, that's when the excitement started. I decided to really work it at this point. Like, oh, I could do this and didn't even feel like work. I started telling people about the amazing opportunity. They start joining. So in about 18 months, I promoted to star director, all because I continued to share the opportunity. I was recruiting people without even knowing it. Well, I mean, I knew I was asking them, but it wasn't like I was really recruiting, if it makes sense. All I did was share my experience. That's it. I share my experience. So I promoted to star director in 18 months from a fundraising. It was a fundraiser, school fundraiser. And after that, I earned trip after trip after trip after trip. I've earned so many trips, I can barely keep up with them now. I mean, the first trip was to the Dominican Republic. I earned it at the top level. Then there were cruises, Greece, Africa, Switzerland, oh my gosh, there's so many others that there's some places that I earned that I did not go, like Disney World. I earned it twice. I went once. I didn't go when I earned it for 6 people. But backing up, in 2011, my son was diagnosed with a brain tumor right at the time that I had just promoted to star director. And I was able to go to New Mexico. I live in Alabama. I was able to go to New Mexico and work my business there. I don't know what I would have done without Scentsy, guys. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I really did. Because can you imagine your child with a brain tumor in surgery for 9 hours? I thought I was going to lose my mind in that waiting room. So what I did, I turned to my Scentsy business. I had my catalog there. I had my computer, and I was working my business. It kept my mind occupied because otherwise I would have been not able to keep it together. So I worked my business there. As I was working my business, I was getting people to order, and people were joining right there because I shared with people what I was going through. After a total of 5 surgeries in a 2-year span, it was really tough for me traveling from Alabama to New Mexico 5 times. And I would be there like 1 to 2 to 3 months at a time away from my daughter. My daughter was only about 10, 11 years old, and my son was 33. So about away from her and over there with him. But I had to be there for him. So I'm just so blessed to have had this business because, again, that was a lot of pressure on me. Now, talk about time and working a full-time job. I worked a full-time job alongside of Scentsy. So I heard a lot of people talk about how busy they are. I tell you guys, I'm like the queen of busy. I would wake up like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30. We would leave home at 6:30 in the morning because my daughter's school was 1 hour away from where I live. 1 hour. That was the drive. 1 hour there, 1 hour back. We stayed in the car, and I worked my business from the car. I would work my business, doing live videos in the car. And when she would get out of school, I get off work at 5, and I would drive to her school. She wouldn't get out of school sometimes 7 or 8 o'clock at night because she had practice. So in the meantime, I'm working my business, meeting customers, working the business in the car. We pack extra clothes, extra snacks, water, and everything in the car. Literally work. My home office was in my car for at least, oh my gosh, she was 9 years old when I started Scentsy. So from age 9 all the way till she reached 17, until she started driving, we worked the business. I worked the business in my car. Literally, I did. I wake up in the morning, do a little something at home with my business. When I go to work, when I took breaks, I would do stuff on my breaks. And when I got off, I would do some things when I got off work until I got home. This was every day. This was every day for like 12 years, working my business from the car because I didn't have time when I got home. I would do the best I could, but on weekends, I maximized the time that I had. So therefore, my daughter was able to participate in things that I wouldn't have been able to have her in had it not been for Scentsy. My daughter played the piano. She was in a choir. She's in 3 choirs. She played volleyball. She played basketball. And the choirs that she was in, they travel. We went to Spain. We went to Scotland. I didn't get to go to New York and Florida and Texas and Chicago. She went to other places as well. But all of this happened because of my Scentsy business. There was no way that I could have financially funded her to travel all these places. Thank God for Scentsy and having extra money. Now, my nephew, I raised him. So my nephew was in military school, and his school was about 2-hour drive. 2 hours to his school, and he played sports. We did that for 3 years. And not only that, I used my money from Scentsy to help pay his tuition. Okay? My daughter went through private school all that time, paid her tuition with my Scentsy pay. My daughter finished undergrad college, paid her undergrad college with my Scentsy pay. She has 0 student loans. Then when she got ready to graduate from high school, she turned 16, she got a brand new car. She got a brand new car. Didn't stop there. So, and when she graduated, we gave her this huge celebration for her graduation for her undergrad. Then when as she graduated, my mama got really, really sick. Mama got sick, really sick. I mean, in the hospital for like 3 months. I had to stay there with her every day. Every day I would only leave to come change clothes. And I had my other job. So I decided to resign of a job that I worked 37 years, and I decided to go all in with Scentsy full time. So here I am now. This is September, so as of January, I'm full-time Scentsy. But it didn't stop me. I was really afraid. I was scared. Because I was lost income. Like, how am I going to make that up? I just went out there on faith, stepped out there on faith, and God, I have not missed a beat since then. Well, in April, when I had my birthday, I bought a brand new Mercedes. And then moving forward, I had to have some work done in my house, had to buy 2 new air conditioning units. Then my Lexus, my Scentsy car, the transmission went out. I had to buy a brand new truck. This all happened like within a few months. Then I had to buy a new refrigerator because the old refrigerator went out. Thank God for Scentsy for all of this stuff. So because of Scentsy, I was able to take care of all these unforeseen things. My window had to be replaced. The tree that was leaning up against it caused it to deteriorate. The list goes on and on and on. But now I'm full-time Scentsy. Thank God for it. This is a real business providing us with real opportunity. And the income disclosure will go down here below. I mean, trips after trips after trips, earning them. 2 brand new cars, guys, in the same year. I got 2 2022 vehicles, a 2022 Mercedes and a 2022 pickup truck. Yes, God is good. All because of Scentsy. I have the most amazing team. I have the most amazing customers. But I'm so blessed to have this Scentsy opportunity, guys. I just wanted to share that with you because sometimes you just need to hear that. But I'm super busy, still busy, but I'm making it work. And it's going to work now. Full-time Scentsy. I love it. It's my dream. So this is the most recent catalog now this year. So from here to here. And it's going to keep going. Love you guys.